Hey guys, welcome back to Micro Squad. I'm Gabby, this is Sam, and today we're going to do a core crusher. It's going to be probably a little bit over 10 minutes, so just focus on the center core and the obliques. Just basic setup here, one black spring to start. We'll get started in a reverse saw. So reverse means you're facing that back platform, knees on the front platform. Let's bring our elbows down to the carriage. And then you're starting off in this plank position on your knees and elbows. So it's like a modified plank. You want that core tucked in. You want your booty squeezed, inner thighs squeezed, pressing down on the platform. Elbows stacked right under those shoulders to start. Right there, just holding it, you should feel those shakes. And then a nice long neutral spine. So that's how you get started. Once you're there, you send those elbows out in front of the shoulders. Good, and then you bring them back right under those shoulders. So just hinging right at that armpit area, keeping everything else super still. So that's that belly lifted just slightly. Good. Rib cage tucked in here, so no flaring of the ribs. Tuck it in, squeeze the center core. Feeling that burn already. So good. Keep breathing here, stay strong. Neutral spine, looking down, or maybe a little bit out at the platform, the back platform here. Good. 8 more seconds to go. Doing good, staying strong. Squeeze that core. Good. Coming up, we're going to pop up to that wheelbarrow position. So hands come up. 3, 2, and 1. Just come up to those hands real quick. We're going to start in a wheelbarrow and eventually get into a cobra. So just right where you are, pop up on those hands. Start to wheelbarrow it out here. So getting that hinge in the shoulders. So same concept here, where those hands reach out in front of the shoulders, just right at the armpit area. That's the only thing moving. Everything else still. Good. Once you're there, once you're comfy, once you feel those shakes, should be about now, or maybe 10 seconds ago. Bring those palms to the carriage so you have a nice flat position for those palms to be. And then let's try a cobra here. So what's going to happen is still wheelbarrow those arms out in front of those shoulders. As you do, you're also bending the elbows in like a tricep. Hug the elbows in towards the ribs, but keep moving the carriage out. So it's kind of like 2 moves combined. It's kind of like a tricep push-up as you're moving the carriage out. Good. Nice job. Almost there. Did a couple of them. That's all we need. We're coming up to a high plank. 8 seconds to go. You got it. Maybe try one more. High plank up next. So you can use those bars again on the carriage. Toes pop up. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Into that high plank. Beautiful, quick transition. Love it. Spending all this time being active. Awesome job. So solid foundation here. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Hips are in line with the shoulders. Awesome. Dancing bear to warm up those obliques. Awesome. So Sam got right into it. If you know what to do, you get right into it too. Otherwise, knees are going to come to opposite elbows, so you're going to alternate each side. So knees swivel over to the left elbow. You come back to that center plank. Knees swivel over to that right elbow. So you're alternating here, staying in that flat tabletop back, those hips lifted. So each time you go back to that center plank, check out where those hips are. If they dropped, bring them back in, that rib cage knitted together. Whew, nice job. Nice long neutral spine as always, gazing out forward, and then getting into those obliques. So good. We're going to focus on the right side coming up. A side plank is in 10 seconds, just right where you are. So it's like a reverse side plank. Knees can come down. Your right elbow is going to come down, and you're going to open up into that side plank right here in 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Cool. So right elbow down, left arm reaches up. Those knees can be down on that front platform. They can stack, or as you see Sam's extending that left leg, whatever's comfy to feel like you're in this super straight line, that right hip lifted. Try to get that right elbow right underneath that right shoulder, and then no crunching in the shoulders too. So try to get really long here. Squeeze that right oblique, lift 1 inch. Little hip lifts, little pulse here. Up 1 inch, down 1 inch. Good. That carriage might move slightly. just a little tiny bit to squeeze and lift, just reminding you to keep that right side up and up. Good. We're gonna thread the needle. 3, 2, 1. Just love bringing that top arm down, bringing movement into this static plank. We love it. We want to keep that right hip up, even as we move, as we twist, as we crunch, keep the right side lifted. Whew, nice job. Doing good, hanging on to it. We're gonna come to the back. We got a mermaid or side torso crunch sort of variation. We'll get you into it. Come into the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're gonna walk on over to the back. Your left hip is gonna be sitting on that back platform, and then yeah, sort of like pretzel those legs. So that the left foot's in front and the right foot's back. So whatever's comfy there to sit on that left hip bone. From here, grab the carriage with your left hand and hang on to one of those bars, whatever's comfortable. And then yeah, getting into that position with that right arm lifted, you're gonna send the left arm out, and then you're gonna squeeze and lift with that right arm to bring you back. Good. Awesome job, beautiful variation with that hand behind that ear, whatever's comfy here. You'll definitely feel the body weight of sending out, and then you'll feel a little bit more tension as you squeeze and lift. Good, so beautiful here. Breathing at the top, you exhale to lift and get taller here. Yes, so good. Awesome job. We'll hold it halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Halfway hold, little pulse here, just a little lift. Up 1 inch, down 1 inch here. Good. Just that little crunch on that right side. You got it. Still getting taller each lift. Yes, there it is. Full range in 3, 2, and 1. All the way out. Come all the way up to the top. Take that big deep breath. Woo! And then back into it. Good. All right. 8 more seconds. You got it. Hang on to it. We're going to do a giant side inchworm. So knees come right where that booty's at. Elbows on the carriage. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Yeah, try to keep that carriage with you. If you lost it, totally cool. You grab it once those knees are on the platform. Good. And then elbows down on the carriage. Whew. Once you're there, twist your right side oblique to the ground. Good. And then that inchworm is 1 saw and 1 crunch. Cool. Sorry. She's saying sorry. I'm like, I should be saying sorry. So that 1 saw, that 1 crunch, you lift the hips up. Good. Focusing on these 2 separate movements here. Good. The similar thing in these 2 movements, though, is as you go out to that side twisted plank, you want that right side to stay lifted. Cool. Take a break if you need it. Totally fine. 1 saw, 1 crunch to finish. You got 10 seconds. Up next, we're going to even it out, so taking a second off that right side. We're going to get into that center core. From here, just a giant wheelbarrow. Knees stay where they are. Uncross them. And then hands come up to that carriage. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, onto a giant wheelbarrow here. So hands come up to that carriage, knees are planted and squared off on the back platform. Whew. And then option with those hands to be where Sam's are is going to be like the easiest for the center core, and if you need that, please put them there. If you want a little bit more, you start walking them towards the front platform, and it'll be a little bit more intense in that center core. Whew. Otherwise, we did that reverse wheelbarrow at the front, so this one should feel totally different. This one's like the hardest of the wheelbarrows, arguably. So really strong here. You're doing good. We'll get you off those wrists. 10 seconds. You got it. Keep breathing. Wrists go out in front of those shoulders, and then they stop right underneath those shoulders. Good. Here for 6. Giant inchworm on the other side. 3, 2, and 1. So, staying in the same place, but now the elbows are coming down. So this time, left oblique faces the ground. So once you're in that modified plank on your elbows and knees, twist your body so the left oblique faces the ground, and then back to that inchworm. We just did this one, so same thing. 1 saw, elbows go out in front of the shoulders, and one crunch, you lift the hips up high, round the spine, gaze at the knees. Separate the two movements, but stop in the center, check up on that left oblique. You want to make sure it's active this whole time. Good. So strong here. Whew, yeah, hear those deep breaths. We'll be off those shoulders coming up so soon. Good. Last 20 seconds, you got it, stick with it. Up next, we got that mermaid on the other side, or side torso crunch. We'll be at the back. You can let go of that carriage for a quick second and take it into that mermaid. You're gonna sit on that right hip this time. It's coming up, 8. Good, hang on to it for 6, 5. You're in that mermaid. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Make your way over to that right hip bone on the back platform. And then we found a comfy way to sit there is that right foot's kind of bent in front at an angle, and the back leg's kind of bent at an angle as well. You're grabbing the carriage with the right hand, left hand is up or behind the ear. And then from here, it's really similar to a side plank actually, because you're staying super tall, it's up sideways, and then that left oblique is lifting you up. As you pull that carriage, you'll feel that tension. Good, so strong. We got the halfway hold coming up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway hold, so bring that carriage in 1 inch, out 1 inch. Good. As you move that carriage, think about lifting up towards the ceiling here. So up and up. Good. Shoulders away from those ears. Yes, so good. Full range. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Ooh, full range to finish. Here we go. All right, bigger transition coming to the back, right where, or the front where we started. We hung out at the back for a little bit. We're coming to the front to get that other side plank. So it's in that reverse position. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job hanging on to it. Making our way back to the front. So we're gonna be in that reverse side plank, this time on the left side. So Sam got into it quickly. If you need some help getting there, knees on the front platform, left elbow down on the carriage, and then you're in that side plank. So you open up, that right arm lifts, that left oblique lifts up high, and then again, if you want to extend that top leg, you can. From here, get those hip lifts, up 1 inch, down 1 inch, bringing movement in. Feel free to move that carriage just slightly. Just make sure that elbow stays underneath that shoulder and that right arm lifts. Good. All right, into that thread the needle. 3, 2, and 1. That top hand comes down. You twist. Love bringing this movement into that side plank. Awesome job. Keep that left oblique lifted as you twist. So good, so strong. Doing so good. We just got one more move. It's just a center core move to go. It's coming up. 10 seconds. You got it. Hang on to it. We'll meet in a elbow plank, a reverse elbow plank. So just the way you're sort of oriented here. We'll meet there. Elbow plank. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Elbows down on the carriage, toes at the platform. Lovely transition, love it, so quick, so strong here. Let's get into a plank to pike. So hips go high, legs stay straight. Good, and then if you're feeling like you want a little bit more, take a saw when you're at the bottom. So extend the elbows out, good. So strong, hips go up high, up to the ceiling, tailbone lifts, good. Sam, so strong. Heels stay lifted, legs stay straight. Good. So strong. Yeah, hit that saw at the top too. Getting that whole center abdominal section. Doing good. All right, 15 to go. And we will be all done with that core crusher for today. Good. Hang on to it. 10 seconds. Keep breathing. Stay strong in the core. Make sure as you go out to that center plank, you're strong, knitting that rib cage together. 1 saw, 1 plank to pike for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down, child's pose. You made it. Nice work, everyone. So good, so strong. Take those stretches to stretch out the obliques and the center core for sure. And we'll see you next time on Micro Squad. Bye.